Hello and welcome everyone. This is Angelique Bolding from Photofy, Director of Business Development, and we are going to walk through how to get started with the Florida Realtors Votify platform. So first, I'm going to walk you through how to register, and then from there, how to access not only the app, but to make sure that you are able to access the right content for your Florida Realtors program. So we're going to start with the NAR plus Votify platform sign up. So you're going to want to navigate to photify.com/NAR. So again, that is photify.com/NAR. This program will give you all the insights, not only into the NAR program, but once you register using your member ID, formerly known as the NRDS ID number, you will be able to access your Florida Realtors and the NAR programs. So they are two separate programs that are added member benefits from the Florida Realtors as well as the NAR Association. So as soon as you register with your member ID, this process will take you into a program that will allow you to go directly into your app store and download the app. So what that looks like is you'll go from your app store. You will notice that you will be downloading the Photofy content creation app. So this is what the app icon will look like when it is live on your mobile device. So you'll be able to access that there and have all your content in one place. Now, if you've registered correctly and you have signed in using the business sign-in with your NAR and your member ID for Florida Realtors, you will be able to access your Florida Realtors content. Now, here is where I'm going to walk you through how to utilize our quick share and our photo template options. We're going to go through another webinar recording that will explain some of the questions that came up during the initial webinar, and that will allow you to see how to use logo plus options, adding your own logo, your own headshots, and so on and so forth. So in the quick share options, once I select this is all of the content provided by the Florida Realtors. There's no editing needed here. So again, no editing is needed. All you will have to do is select the image that you want to share to your devices. Of course, we're still enjoying Photofy. And here's where you'll be able to share it directly to those channels. So the options that we have here are Facebook and Instagram. You'll note that there's also preloaded brand text in the description. If you select the My Account arrow down, you can go through the authentication process to access your Facebook business accounts. And that way you can post directly to your Facebook business account. So you'll see here where Photofy Inc. pops up. And once I select done and post to Facebook, that will automatically post to my business page. For Instagram, this will allow you to copy and paste the text into your Instagram. You do want to make sure before posting that you are signed into the appropriate Instagram account. So if you want to and you're intending to post to your Instagram business account, you'll go ahead and sign in there and then share directly from the Photofy platform as either a story or a feed post. Going back to our home screen menu, we're going to go through the Photofy templates. So clicking into templates, you will see a lot of different templates that are provided by Florida Realtors. You'll find templates for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And of course, if you decide that you would like to share these to other platforms, you can utilize a lot of the same dimensions. In the upper right-hand corner where you see the small yellow circle, this is where you'll be able to select the style that you are intending to share. So in the original, on the left-hand side at the bottom, this is where you can tap to add a background image. On the right-hand side, this is the logo option. So you can opt in to share a logo. So let's start by sharing a photo and tap to add background. So after I select apply, I will tap to add background. I will search in my camera roll for my headshot. Or of course, if you want to replace it and navigate into your albums, your Facebook, Instagram, Dropbox, or Google Drive, you'll have the options to do so there. Now I'm going to go back to styles and go into logos. So on the right-hand option, I'll select this, hit apply, and now you'll find the option for logo plus at the bottom right-hand corner. So I'm going to select on the logo plus option, select my logo, and hit apply. Now, one thing to note in the logo plus option is here's where you can add your logo, or like I did, add my headshot. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my headshot so you can see how easy it is to add your own logo or headshot. So I'll tap add your logo, scroll into finding my logo in my camera roll or my headshot, and now my image is available. So what I first want to do is remove the logo option I had previously, go back into Logo Plus, and add my headshot. Now that is one way to do this. Of course, you can go back into Styles, Original Style, hit Apply, and tap to add background. So I have, there we go. So you can add your own background, or of course, you can edit that text. So I'll add my icon, and then in the edit text section, you'll see that my information pre-populated. When you register with the Florida Realtors and NAR program, you will be asked for a line of probably 3 or 4 lines of information, and that information will solely be used to pre-populate in specific templates. So here you can see that I can also opt to edit the text that I've added, or I can leave as is, and it simply just allows me to save some time and not having to add my content every single time. Rather, I can just have it ready and available. So I'll select apply here, and we're done. Now, again, if you want to change around templates, you can opt in for changing the dimensions. They have the same graphics across dimensions, so you can do it for Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook. Those options are going to be 2 style points on every single one of your templates. So again, the option to add a background or to add your logo. So we'll look at that option for the background again, tap to add. This time I'm going to zoom in on another image. So if I have this image, but I prefer that it just zooms in here, I can go ahead and zoom in, simply just using my fingertips on a zoom in or zoom out. And that is how easy it is to save your headshot, or crop in on your headshot if you do so, please. In the upper left-hand corner, one icon in is your projects button. So with projects, I want to save this template so that I can access this with my headshot already cropped where I want it to be anytime. I'll simply head to the home. In the upper left-hand corner, hit on those 3 lines and select projects. In projects, I'll open, and you'll find again that the same template and image are available. So if I want to go in and crop, I can do so that way and select done. And now this image is ready and available for me to share out to my network. I can automatically save it to my device, or you'll find that we have the option for Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, text message, e-card, and scheduler. For Facebook Messenger, you can opt to select to multiple people. You can add a message, and you can create a group. For text message, if you are part of a group already and you'd like to add people into that, you can share that there, or you can send to one individual. For scheduler function, you will select your date and time. So I'll select June 15th at 6:03. I will add a caption that I want to share, select the channel that I wanted to share to, and select done. So your photo has been scheduled. Do you want to manage your scheduled content now? You can absolutely do that. but it is important that you have your push notifications and your photo galleries enabled for Votify so that you are able to access those push notifications or that photo content. So what will happen on June 15th at 6:03 p.m. is I will receive a notification not only with the content, the graphic that we created here, but also the copy that I chose to go with it. So those are some key functions of the Photofy app. And of course, if you have any questions, we will go into a live version of our questions in the recorded webinar. And I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions for Photofy or have any troubleshooting that you want to go through, absolutely reach out to us. The last thing that I do want to go over and make sure that you're understanding is, as a Florida Realtors member, you also have access into the NAR Plus Votify program. That is accessible through at the bottom where you see accounts, and I can select NAR member. Now, if you are an NAR member as well as a C2EX enrollee, you can also access all of these platforms in one space. For any of our RE/MAX or Berkshire Hathaway Home Services agents, we do have enterprise programs in relation to both of those organizations. And if you're interested in merging those accounts, please contact support@votify.com. Now, as I mentioned with the dynamic tokens, of course, you can go ahead and edit that information at any time. So say this information was pre-populated, I've got my first and last name, company name, etc. If, say, for whatever reason, you want them or this specific graphic to be pointed at a different email, you can edit that information at the bottom as well. So you'll have two options for editing that information. Format and logo, all that you want to remain the same. Of course, we want to make sure that we adhere to the Florida Realtors brand standards. So it's extremely important, stick with the template. That's what makes it super, super easy, is just adding that information or changing out that information. Now I want to go back to the style so I can show you how you can add your own logo, or I'll show you how I saved my headshot into this space. So I'm going to go back to styles, which is at the bottom left, second icon in. I'm going to select the logo option to the right. And then in here, I'll select apply. And if you missed the option that you clicked on to add your profile pic, I'll have that. I can go over that in just a second again. So in this section, I want to add my logo in that same area that I had my photo. So what I'll do is I'll select add logo in the logo plus icon. And then you'll find that I have my logos preloaded here. So where it says add your logo, all I did here was simply, I can navigate in my camera roll and find that option again. I can go to my album. So if you have your logos saved to your camera roll, or if you have them on a Google Drive or Dropbox, you can go ahead and authenticate and get started through those options so that you can pull them down from the cloud. So I've got a few options that I've added here. You'll also note that I added that headshot of mine. I like to save it in the logo plus option just because it's always there. I don't have to go back through my camera roll. You can always, if you want to change out or maybe put a more updated photo of yourself, you can use the camera roll for that. But I find that this is a really great option to have that professional headshot stored. So I can go ahead and add my logo and it'll pre-size for me and add it right at the bottom left-hand corner. I can press apply, or if I want to change it and add that headshot, I can go ahead and do that as well. So again, you've got a few options for the logo area if you want to add that or remove, of course. Let me go back here. I don't want to edit, I want to remove. Hold on. There we go. So you can add or edit these as well. So I'm just going to go with leaving my logo option here. All right, Barbara, do we have the same access to do this on the website or only the app? So Photify is a mobile-only solution at this time. I say at this time because at the end of this year, we will be exploring a desktop component. So, we were created to fill the void for agents and brokers that are constantly on the go, and we wanted to provide them with a comprehensive mobile solution that enables them to simply access from their mobile device and share while they're on the go. Let's see, can you show how to resize a photo if the headshot is too large or is a rectangle? So let's go back to add logo. So as far as resizing the photo if the headshot is too large, so the lucky thing is with Photofy is that you're not going to have to worry too much about having to resize anything. So when you're selecting these options, they are sized to that specific area. So you'll see in here, my logo my headshot was automatically sized to that area. If I go back here and select my photo and press apply, you can zoom in or zoom out just a little bit, but as you can see, you don't want to mess with the integrity of the text around you. So, you can move it, but the reason that we use templates is that we want to make it easy and we want to provide a solution that adheres to the brand standards of Florida Realtors. So as soon as you select the option to add a logo or add your headshot, while you can resize and go ahead and pinch in or pinch out, I should say zoom in or zoom out, it is good to adhere to how the logo or the template option pulls those in. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to re-add that and press apply. So the other thing I want to mention here is that you can also save this as a project. So I've completed the template. I like the look of this. Perhaps I want to use this again and again. The reason I created this is because I want to send directly to one individual. So before doing this, I'm going to go in the upper left-hand corner, one icon in, and I'm just going to save this as pet owners template. Save. So this means that even though it's super simple for me to add my logo and have my text pre-populated, that I can access this at any point. And we're going to go over that in just a second, but I want to show you as soon as you select done, the options that you have to share directly with your clients or with your networks and platforms. So again, you have that Instagram, Facebook. You also have Facebook Messenger. So if that is the one-on-one communication that you utilize, that is a great place to do so. We've got Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, another great area to share content to. And you've got text message. So what I like about text message is you see here that pre-populated branded text already pops up for you. So you don't even have to worry about adding that. I'm going to text my colleague here, and that is off to him. So I've created this post, added and customized it with my logo and our headshot, and I've already sent it to my potential buyer or seller. So I'm going to select schedule. And this is the other option that you have if you would like to go ahead and schedule content in advance. So Votify utilizes a push notification route. So the reason that we do this is because we want to make sure that not only do you have an opportunity to vet the content before it goes out to your network, but also that our users get the best organic reach. So sometimes, as you can understand, these algorithms across social and these digital algorithms can be really, really hard to crack. And one of the things that we early on realized is that sometimes third-party publishers ding that organic reach. So we want to make sure that organic reach is the #1 priority. So I want to send this out, say, let's send it out tomorrow at 2:55 p.m. And I'm just going to select test. Now, when I hit next, I'm going to select the channel that I want to send it out to. And as soon as I hit done, this post has been scheduled. And tomorrow, I will have a notification on my phone, not only with the copy, but you will be able to capture the text that you have and want to share in that route. Yes. Okay, and back. All right, so I'm looking at some more. Can my marketing admin assist also download the app and utilize it? Cheryl, that's a good question. I would say they will have to have a member ID or NRDS ID. So I guess if they're using your account, yes. But that would be the circumstance they would need to have that. Let's see. So Natalie from Florida Realtors team, adjust the headshot when a member uploads a portrait or landscape. In certain instances, the app would upload a rectangle as opposed to populating the square. Let's see. So I apologize, Natalie. I might need to confirm that with Wendy and Chris on that. I'm not exactly sure. As far as the headshots, I know that you can manipulate them here, but as far as changing them from rectangle to square, I'm not exactly sure. But that is something that we can follow up on when we include these resources. Let me cancel out of this and exit. Are music options available to add content or video? That's a great question, Kim. Not on the Florida Realtors or NAR plus Votify platform. So the biggest focus on these platforms are so that you can share branded content from the Florida Realtors Association or the NAR, That's Who We Are campaign asset. So the content is very much locked down. We want to make sure that it adheres to the brand standards or the campaign standards that have been established. As far as templates available, let's go ahead and look at that. So as far as number, I mean, you've got a good amount to choose from in here that you can choose between Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And Florida Realtors, this is something that they'll constantly be adding new content to, so you'll have refreshed content. Let's see. So let me go ahead and show you really quick how you can access the other accounts. So we're going to go ahead home. And before doing that, I want to show you where you can access that project. So in the upper left-hand corner where those 3 lines are, I can select that. And you'll see the third option down, projects. That is where I can open that template and find that template that we just created that I wanted to save. You can also, so you have the option for the background color. So if you want to change out some of that, or actually, no, I'm sorry, that is locked. Okay, so heading back to the home screen menu here, we're going to go to the bottom where it says accounts. And this is where you'll be able to see your NAR member. So this is your NAR, National Association of Realtors platform. The same options you'll have within QuickShare. You can access any of their content, which includes Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and some holiday content. You'll have the videos and or static graphics available here. And you'll also have the photo templates. You'll have separate languages that you can also choose. And again, some of those options for branded content from NAR. The third option, again, if you are a part of and enrolled in the C2EX, you can also access the photo templates that they have available in here. So you'll have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So what's nice about it is you can access several different platforms. And then again, if you are part of Remax or Berkshire Hathaway, that is also an option. So here's a really great reminder. If you had not at the beginning added your information for the pre-populated tokens, I can add that. It'll send you reminders and make sure to send you reminders. So I'll add my information here. .com. Okay, and then press continue. Now, when I go into photo templates and I'm going to select another template here, all that information is at the bottom. So I'll add my logo, apply, and done. I've done my text, good. And ready to share. All right, let's see any more questions. Did you say we can add our headshot and our logo? Yes, that is correct. So you have the options to add both headshots and logos into your Logo Plus folder. So in that bottom right-hand corner where it says add your logo, that is how I added my headshot there. If you want to remove content, you can remove content. So say you have a few different options for your logo, you can add that there, or you can add your headshot. Gerard, can Photify mass text capability? We do not have a mass text capability option. However, if you have, say, a group, you can text a group. So let me see. What is a group? So you see here, I have a group titled S Club 7, and I can send that to a mass text of, I think there's about 8 or 9 of us in there. Okay, we answered that. How many templates are available? So again, Florida Realtors will have we're just getting started here, like Natalie says. So we're gonna have a lot of new content constantly populated. So I would always say check back bi-weekly or monthly, because this is only the beginning. They've just launched the platform. So, there's a lot of content to get you guys started and opportunities that you can share across your programs and your channels. So definitely utilize those and check back on the app for new and added content. Let's see, Kim, in the branding, consumers will see my headshot and company logo or just one or the other. So I do recommend one or the other. You have the option for adding your logo or headshot via the camera roll here. Or if you want to switch over to logo, which is the second option to the right, I can hit apply and hit logo plus. I don't recommend having both. As you see, you can layer them, but it just ends up looking very cluttered. So adding one or the other is recommended. Can we define which Facebook profile the post will go to? That's a great question. Let me show you how that can look. So Facebook. All right, so you'll see where it says my account. If I select that, it is going to want to start the authentication process into my Facebook. So once you start in here, and I have several pages attached, you can see that I can select my Photofy account, select done. And when I select post to Facebook, uploading image, you will be able to see that on your business account. All right, so let's go ahead and review the scheduler option again. So once you get to the share screen and you scroll to the bottom, again, this is how you would schedule a post. So I want to schedule this for, let's see, we're going to schedule it for Saturday. We're going to schedule it for 4 p.m. And I want to add a caption. So test caption. So when I add my date and I add the description, I can go ahead and select the channels that I want to post it to. And then when I hit done, again, this is going to use push notifications. So when you register and at the beginning, you will have an option that says, do you want to enable push notifications? Yes, we definitely want to enable push notifications, promising you that we will not send you a bunch of spam or a bunch of push notifications. It just enables your scheduler feature to work properly. The other thing that I want to mention with the scheduler function is if you see that you have pre-loaded text, so I want to copy what they have for me here. I'm going to select that and copy. You can also add that into the scheduler function. So I can add that here, or of course I can edit it. And so, oh, select date. So when I get this notification at 5 p.m., I'm going to be able to have that text option that I can simply press copy and paste. How do we get access to our camera roll? That is going to be something that you have to enable. So with any app or new content creation tool, or whether it's you're just providing access to a website, you have to authenticate the accessibility. So there will be an option that says, do you want to give Photofy permission? You want to select yes. The other thing I would show you on that, if you have already gone through this process and not given permission, is I'm going to go to my camera settings. I don't want to update right now. All right, so I'm going to search for Photofy. So at the top, and now again, I'm using an iPhone device. This will look a little bit different for our Android users, but where it says all photos or photos, I can select none, selected photos, or all photos. I go for all photos. That way I can access all of them at the same time. So I will go back here. How do we get access to our, okay. So I do not see how to add the logo or picture that is on the bottom of the stock picture using the same one of the pets you have shown. Okay, let's walk through that again. So photo templates, and I'll go to that same app here. So where you see where it says choose style, the original option, you'll see where it says tap to add background. You have to select apply. So when you select apply, that confirms you are selecting the photo option. And then when you tap to add the background, you can search your camera roll for the headshot that you want to add, or whatever image that you want to add. Or if I go back to styles and I hit on the right-hand side for logo, again, make sure that you press apply, and then I can head to the logo plus option. So George, make sure that you're pressing apply on the template and the style that you wish to choose. And once you select the style, go to logo plus, and that is where you'll be able to access your logos or the stock photo. The reason you might not be seeing them is because you have to upload them. So where it says add your logo, this will take you to the process of accessing either it's your Google Drive, your Dropbox, or your camera roll, so that you can select that option to add. So Barbara, let's see, apply. So once you select your template and the style, let's see. So if I select the photo option, which is the original, you should be, on either option, you should see the logo plus, or sorry, if you're selecting the style to the right and pressing apply, that logo plus option will pop up. Oh, okay, got it. Yes, yeah, George, great. So if you're in quick shares, you won't have the logo plus option. So what we're explaining right now is the difference between quick shares and templates. In quick shares, you will not have the option to customize this content, and you'll find that same template in the square version here. There's no customization on the quick share. Again, all the quick share information in is very similar to a digital asset manager, is providing you with the content and giving you the opportunity to share. If you want to customize, that is where you'll use the templates feature. So we'll select that option there, and that is where you can add either your logo or your image. Not allowed. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think I answered. Yeah. So is everyone, as far as the Facebook profile, so we've selected logo plus, adding my logo, pressing apply, and once I hit done, all right, that's already done, good to go. So you can add which Facebook option you want to go to. So you'll just, again, go through that authentication process where it says my account and that little arrow right to the right of it. And once I select that, I can go through my multiple accounts. Okay. Want to make sure I'm getting all these questions answered. So we went through scheduler and the branders. Okay, that's good. We got that covered. All right. And the same thing with Instagram. So if you are, and this is important too, so I am logged in right now onto my personal Instagram. So if I had a business Instagram account, I will want to make sure that I am already logged in to the account that I want it to post to. So the reason that is important is because if you don't want to post to your personal account, you're going to want to sign out of that Instagram and sign into your business Instagram. Because what it does is it simply pulls up your Instagram the app is already on your phone. And that way you can go ahead and post to your story or your feed. You will note that when you post to your story, these are specifically sized for being on your feed. The ones for Facebook are a little bit longer. So if you want to crop it, or you're not cropping it, but if you're adding it to a story, it will automatically crop it for you. Okay. Yes, George, that is a great question. So again, just making sure that you are already signed in to the correct Instagram account. Unlike Facebook, it doesn't give you the options to switch through in our platform. So that way you can make sure that you're posting to the correct account. Perfect. And then same thing with Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, you'll be able to sign in there. There was one question about the text and being able to add to a group. I do believe with Facebook Messenger, if you have a group in here, you can create a group if you don't already, but you can write a message, create a group, or send that individually. So it's really great for that one-on-one communication, especially with all the education that Florida Realtors has provided in these platforms, or excuse me, these templates. You might have customers, buyers, sellers that come across, or you come across these questions, and you want to answer them directly with this great piece of this great infographic. So that way you will be able to share that directly on that one-on-one communication. The nice thing about being able to use templates is by customizing and adding your logo or adding your contact information, if you share that with somebody and they decide to share it with somebody else, which is always a win-win, your contact information automatically is in front of them. Votify is, yep. So yes, this program is free as an added benefit for members of Florida Realtors and NAR. All right. So I know we had some folks that joined us a little bit after, so I want to do another quick run through of how to download the Photofy platform. Before doing so, I'm going to add some of these links into the chat section. So it is very important that you have your member ID, formerly known as your NRDS number, available. This is how you will be authenticated on registration. And here is the registration link. Barbara did have a really great question. Is there a training on how to create your own templates? So as a separate program, Photofy does have template creators, but again, we are adhering to the NAR That's Who We Are campaign, as well as the Florida Realtors brand standards. So these platforms will not have the ability for you to create your own templates. Rather, we want to make sure that the resources that your member associations are providing you are easily accessible, and it's an added benefit from these associations so that you can share this content. The other element that I want to add is our support. So I'm adding this link into the chat section. So this is directly to our NAR plus Votify support. This is going to be more of the generic NAR plus Photify, but how the tutorials are set up, it's going to be very similar. Again, focused on the photo templates, focused on using Logo Plus, adding and updating those tokens, which is the dynamic tokens we discussed. that is specific to pre-populated text. We've got our scheduling post here, and of course, using quick shares. Now, if you at any point have a question or troubleshooting, I mentioned at the beginning, if you are trying to link a previous account, so if you've already registered through our RE/MAX or Berkshire Hathaway Home Services programs, and you want to add the NAR designations, our Florida Realtors Association and the NAR program, our support team can make sure that we have that automatically connected for you. If you have not yet registered with the NAR plus Votify and Florida Realtors program, use the same information that you used for your previously created Photofy account. So that login email, the login password, when you register alongside that member ID. So that should automatically have all of the designations, certifications, and associations that you are enrolled in pre-populated. Before we head over to the desktop again, I want to make sure I'm answering any questions on the Florida Realtors platform and app. Again, if you are looking to access some of those other programs that you have enrollments in, at the bottom where it says accounts, here's where you can access your National Association of Realtors program. And you can also access your C2EX. So we have a few more, we have access to a few more of those across different associations. So you'll see a little bit more when I go to my accounts, but the three main that you will have access to are going to be the NAR plus Votify platform, the Florida Realtors platform, and that C2EX program if you have that enrollment. All right, let me make sure I've covered off on everything in here, selecting a template to edit. Editing their contact information, good. Let me see if I can answer that question a little bit better with the tapping to add the headshot. So going back, so I've selected a template, and let me select something a little bit different this time. So tap to add background here. So if I have, so here's the headshot that I selected for my camera roll. Again, all I'm doing to edit or zoom in, zoom out is I'm pinching my fingers in or I'm pinching them out. And that's very similar to what you would use on any image. I choose the style, which is the original, and press apply. And then I can zoom into my image here. So if I want to have a tighter close up on my face or wherever my image is in that background. Can you set up each template and save your info, but not share them yet? Yes, Christy, let's look over our, I'm losing my words right now. Let's look at our projects feature again. So in the upper right-hand corner, one icon in, it's going to look like a little piece of paper. So I'm going to want to select that. And let's go ahead and save this. So now anytime that I want to access this, I have my photo, my information already available here, and I'm not sharing this. I'm going to go back to my home screen menu. I just want to make sure that it's saved. I'll go into the upper left-hand corner, head into projects with the third option down. And you can see that template test is ready for me. So I have all the information there, and I can select done and then share it out. So yes, you can save the templates with your information and not share them, but then share them at a later date. Or of course, you can use that scheduler feature if you want to share at a different time. All right, let me go back to the Q&A and see if I have any. Okay, we did that. So again, not necessarily a mass text capability. You can select a group, but I think in the, let's see, Facebook Messenger, if I wanted to send this to multiple people, I can just select down in all of those send options or create a group. Add our headshot and our logo. So yes, again, I want to go back really quickly to the styles, and I'm going to select the logo plus option. So that's the option. It's always going to be on your right-hand side. So the original will be for you to choose a photo, the option to your right will be to choose a logo. And when I hit apply, I can go to Logo Plus and add my logo and hit apply. Let's see. So yes, with our templates and quick shares, Florida Realtors, they're just getting started. Really excited to have them launched recently. And this content, you're going to continue to see updated content, new content available. So what I would say is always check back on the platform. And that is going to be the same across your NAR program as well as your C2EX program. So they will have new content available for you. Again, this is a really great member benefit for agents, and it is free to you. So cost is covered, which is really nice to just have created content ready to share. It's definitely something that's important to keep your communities and your audiences engaged, is being consistent with the content that you have. All right, let's see what other questions we got here. All right, answered that. Any other questions that I can answer for you all this morning? Show the scheduler. Okay, so we went over scheduler, we went through our platforms. And the other thing I would say too is, as we're just getting started here, if you want to schedule a private webinar similar to this, we would be happy to set something up for you and your teams in your office. Just reach out to me at angel@photify.com, and I've just put my email into the chat section. Would be more than happy to set something up with you and be able to show your team, more specifically, if they weren't able to join this webinar, how to utilize the Florida Realtors program. Again, such a great benefit from the Florida Realtors Association, especially when it comes to having content that is ready and ready to share, but also being able to customize it. So really hope that you all utilize this resource, and explore some of the other options that you have available within the NAR plus Votify and Florida Realtors. Check back, on a weekly basis. There's a lot of content on here. And again, we're just getting started. So I always recommend telling users and subscribers that if there is content that you're interested in seeing, or content that you think would be beneficial for buyers and sellers, more than likely somebody else has had that idea. So let us know. Always open to feedback and making sure that this platform is a really great resource for you all. So picture us and the Florida Realtors team as in a really collaborative way, making sure that this is providing you resources that help you help your clients. Thank you, Carol. We look forward to having all of you using Photofy. And if you're using it and want to tag us, we love seeing you out there, and we'll make sure to go ahead and follow your accounts as well. And again, big shout out to the Florida Realtors team. Such a great resource to provide. We're really excited to work alongside them. My name is Angelique Boulding. If you have any questions or want to schedule one of those private office webinars, you can contact me at angel, ANGEL, @photify.com, and would be more than happy to get something set up for you and your teams. I will provide Natalie and her team with some additional resources and links. So if you have any questions, either reach out to me or reach out to them. I'm going to add the registration link again in here. Cannot emphasize enough, it is super important to register through our photify.com/NAR landing page. We want to make sure that all of the agents are set up properly, because if you do not register through that, anything that we've gone through today, you will not see. You will instead, and this is something that everyone gets access to, you will only have our Photify free consumer account, which will not get you any of the assets that we've looked over today. So make sure that you're registering through our landing page, and make sure that you have that member ID available. Another reminder is support@photify.com. This is where you'll be able to have any of your accounts merged. So if you are Remax, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, or soon to be, we'll be launching a program with Century 21. You will be able to merge all of your accounts into one space and have everything available in one. And if you are not part of those programs, but looking for perhaps a little bit more robust of a personal content creation tool, at the bottom of the NAR platform, there is a link to our real estate marketing solution from Votify, where you can add more specific branded materials to your association, and that can be merged with your Florida Realtors account. So Jill, I'll get this emailed as soon as possible, as well as links to all those resources so that you can access those. And again, if you want to schedule an office webinar, we'd be happy to do so. Let's see. All right. Any other questions? Thank you all for waking up with us this morning and joining the webinar. This was great. Really excited to have opportunities like this to chat with our realtor communities, in Florida especially. So thank you. I know this was an early webinar, so once we get that recording passed along, hopefully we'll have some more folks joining us. Let me think. Anything else I can go through? All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a wonderful, is today Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday. My days are a little bit off, but I hope everyone has a great day. And, thank you again for selecting, and choosing Photofy, and thank you for utilizing this resource on behalf of Florida Realtors.